I know this is after the fact, but I'm going to just make this video real fast so I can remember what I put in here. I shredded up a whole bunch of carrots. This is not what the shredded form looked like, but I shredded up a bowl full of carrots, like 2 or 3 carrots. I had a couple slices of honeydew in the freezer that I cut up really small. I put in here. I cut up a dried pineapple for sugar, cut it really small. I also did stick some honey in there for a sweetener too. I put a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, really finely shredded the butter and put it around. Really put a drabble of the oil. Put pecans. I shredded up the pecans, just broke them with my hand and put them in. Took, what's the other thing? Chocolate chips. So a couple chocolate chips in there. 2 eggs. A splash of some strawberry kind of soda. I would have poured some mango juice in there, but the mango juice was too old. I put some flour in there, and I think that's about it. If I can remember correctly. Yes, I didn't have any butter. I didn't have any vanilla. So what did I use in its place? I put something in its place. Oh, I just suddenly remembered what I put in there to take the place of vanilla. I put a little bit of maple syrup. Just a tiny, little bit of maple syrup. Little tiny bit of maple syrup, honey, fruit. I used honeydew melon and a dried pineapple, frozen honeydew melon, 2 slices of frozen honey melon, and half of a slice of a dried pineapple. Poured honey just like that real fast. And I think I may have had a little sprinkle of some old sugar, but there wasn't much left, so it was just kind of a sprinkle, so that doesn't really count. Okay, that was all the sweeteners, yeah. But the carrot provides sweeten, the chocolate chips provide sweet, the honeydew provides sweet, the pineapple provides sweet. All these things provide sweet. It's actually really yummy. I just want to eat it straight. But, I did the honeydew in chunks. I was going to actually blend up the honeydew in there, but I think I like the little chunks in there. Adds a neat little texture to it. 2 eggs, and I just dumped the flour in and stirred it in. I don't remember how much flour I put in. I eyeball it. I just go plop. Alright, I wish I had videoed it for you so that you could see how I eyeball things. You can come and get a cooking lesson with me, and we'll do it together, eyeballing it. You can watch me, 1-on-1. Come join me as we experiment and try out different concoctions. I'll turn the camera around as soon as I eat the bite. There's a chocolate chip and a nut in it. Yum. Okay, sorry about that. Hi, we will available, so if you join on patreon.com/KEE, you can sign up to do, for a visit, and also to go cooking experience and to see the garden and just, have a full-on experience of just celebrating life once a month, or let's see what. So I added some chia seed powder to it.
Why don't you just add chia seeds?
Huh?
Why don't you just add the chia seeds?
Because I didn't want the texture of the chia seeds, and so I just wanted to get some more protein in there. Protein, there's egg, and I did put a little bit of baking powder in here too to help fluff it up. And that was also the reason why I added that strawberry soda, just because I wanted some carbonation in it. Chocolate chip. Okay, and so I add some chia seeds for protein and eggs for protein.
Oh, no.
And, you know what? I don't know if I should do this with a fork. I think I need a spoon.
Yeah.
Pause for a second. Yeah. Okay, so since we have only a tiny little oven, we're gonna just dump it in there. Just go ahead and pause it while I pour it in, I guess, if you want. You missed everything else. Me putting it together. Right. Go ahead and pause it and I'll show them what it looks like in a second.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yum.
That was so good. I just had a
You
bite.
just want to eat it raw?
I just want to eat it raw.
Well, don't worry. There'll be still be some left.
The turnout is so amazing.
What is it exactly? Flour, carrots, and a bit of other things.
Fruit. I think it's the fruit that really makes it amazing.
Yeah.
The
It's
honeydew.
all the fruit, yeah.
And the pineapple. Just little bitty tiny pineapple chunks. And it just got absorbed by it. I'm almost loath cooking it. The idea of cooking it. Because it just is such a
Don't
nice
worry, there's
pudding.
all that
Like, this
stuff.
would be a great pudding.
But it's watery for pudding, but yeah.
Have you tried a bite of it? I know you would try it on here in this section.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fruit is a bit watery, but yeah.
I'll turn it back on when I cook it.
Yum. Bye.
Real fast, I wanted to show the after results of that experiment that I made. And it doesn't look that appealing, but it actually tastes okay. My kitty's okay. Alright,
Anyways, hi cat.
we're going to
Hi,
show
mine.
what happens.
Hi eagle.
So, actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take it out. On the breadboard. And you can tell he already grabbed a chunk of it out of that side. But I wanted you to see what it looked like. Now, I think what happened is that I did not cook it long enough. Because you can see on the outer edges, well, maybe you can't see because I don't have a really good resolution here. On the outer edges, it did actually turn into bread, but on the inner part, I think 2 eggs was a little bit much. Maybe 1 egg would have been better, although it has a nice lot of protein. And it is edible. And just this little piece by itself is extremely filling. In fact, it's really hard for me not to eat it while I'm talking to you.
Nom 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 nom.
And it doesn't look like that much, and it looks really tiny, but this little bar is enough to hold you over for a good hour or so. It's got a lot of protein in it. It's got the fruit. It did not turn out as sweet as I would hoped. The pudding before I cooked it was really super sweet, and it was delicious beyond. I could have eaten the whole bowl straight right there like ice cream.
I think certain types of sugar don't actually work very well. But this was real sugar though, so.
Well, it was honey, and it was honey and fruit
Yeah.
with a little bit of.
That's all fructose, right?
It's different than table sugar. I think if we had added a whole bunch of table sugar, it might have stayed sweet.
But those types of sugars still stay stable at high temperatures. But some synthetic sugars don't. Some synthetic sugars do, which is why they're baking sugars.
And I also ended up cooking it twice because I put it at 375, but I forgot to preheat the oven, and so I put it for 10 minutes, I think 13 minutes, but without preheating, and so then I did it again for another 13 minutes, and it's still. We have a little convection oven which is also broken, so I can't really use that. Don't use ours to judge time. But, anyways, if you do try this experiment,
It doesn't burn. Do it until
well,
it looks good.
it looks brown on the outside, but it obviously needs to be cooked a little bit more. It's very soft.
Yeah.
It's very squishy. And it's very yummy, but I think maybe a little bit more sweetener if you like sweet foods. Although it's very filling and it does the trick of keeping you satisfied. Yum. Do you want to try a bite? Okay, he's going to just stuff his mouth. Alright, he doesn't need to stuff his mouth. I'm going to have a bite. Yum. Okay. No. There's raisins. Could have used raisins. It's a little bit more sweeter and cooked longer. Alright, thank you for joining us in our experimenting and creating edible, nutritious foods that we can use that will hold us over, that we can snack on throughout the day. Yum, yum. Alright, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Remember to just breathe.
Check your posture.
Bye.
Bye.